today's video I'm going to show you how to create drywall art. In just 10 minutes you will learn how to do this art. I will show you all the materials that you need to create your masterpiece, how to create a mix that lasts longer, when it dries will become more resistant to cracks, and some tricks that it will improve your art skills. When you learn everything what I'm telling you in this video, you will become a master of this technique. Stay, learn and apply. Watch this video many times as you need to understand this technique. I've received many messages asking about the material that I use. The material is joint compound. You can find this material at any construction store. To make our clay stronger, we need joint compound, white glue and cellulose fiber. Pay attention, I will tell you the basic formula. 1 part of glue, 1 part of cellulose fiber, 3 parts of joint compound and 1 part of water. Mix well all those ingredients and you will have almost the perfect mix. However, this clay will dry quickly, but there is a little trick that it will make it last longer. I will tell you that trick later on this video.
While he's doing the mix, I will show you a little trick. Come on. Alright, I will give you $30 if you can make a circle better than me. Can you do it?
To make a perfect circle, the only thing you have to do is hold your pencil firmly and use your knuckle as the central axis.
Some pressure here, pressure on the paper, and move it.
We can see the difference. Let me know if you could do it. Now, let's go back to see our clay. It didn't last long, it is already dry. To clean it, pour water and wait a couple minutes. The material will absorb the water and it will be really easy to clean. You can use sugar to make your clay last longer without drying out. Dissolve the sugar very well in water. Do not use too much sugar as weakens our clay. In this case, I'm using a lot of sugar to show you how it weakens it. Also, you can use water-based paint to give it the color you want. This way you get a delicious texture ready to model your next masterpiece. This happens if you use too much sugar. We can see that it's so vulnerable that a little pressure turns into powder. It is best to practice until you find the correct amounts. Another trick that is easy to do is mix joint compound in a plastic bag. Make a small hole in the corner and with a little pressure you will be able to make lines of the thickness you want. Ideal for small details or making line art. Before using your delicious clay, you must be clear about what you want to capture. I recommend that you make a lot of sketches until you have a clear idea of your concept. Once you have your sketch ready, you can transfer it to your canvas. Remember that you must think in 3 dimensions and capture the different volumes of your design. I recommend that you use plus boards since they are economical and resistant. These boards are very common for construction, so you can find them in any construction store. Now, it's time to bring your sketch to life on the canvas. You can use pencils or markers for this step, but remember, what matters most is achieving a balanced and harmonious composition. There is no need to focus on intricate details since you will be covering this base with clay. To add depth and dimensions to your sculpture, you will want to work with lightweight materials. This can include wood, polystyrene foam, polyurethane foam, drywall, aluminum foil, and more. These materials make your sculpture easier to handle and requires less clay. Securing these materials to the canvas is key. You can use various methods, such as glue, foam, drywall tape, or different size scrolls. These techniques not only ensure stability, but also speeds up the sculpture building process. Once you've gathered all the materials we've discussed earlier, it's time to dive into the sculpting process with clay. First, let's talk about the tools. Use spatulas. They come in various shapes and sizes. They are like your sculpting brushes, helping you shape the clay as you wish. To become proficient, it's crucial to practice and understand how clay behaves. Experiment with different types of spatulas. You can find them at your local art supply store. If you want to add intricate details that really pop, consider using wire covered with aluminum tape. Now, onto refining your sculpture. Once you have the basic shape, you can soften it by using a soft brush and wire. It's best to use soft bristled brushes that artists typically use for acrylic paint. This gives your sculpture a smoother and more polished appearance. After your clay has dried, you can further refine it. Carving tools come in handy here. They help you achieve the exact shape you desire and add those fine details that make your sculpture come alive. To achieve that flawless finish, consider using sandpaper. It will make your sculpture incredibly smooth. However, the dust from sanding can be irritating to your lungs, so always wear a face mask while sanding to stay safe and healthy during the process. If you have made it this far, congratulations! It's evident that you are genuinely interested in learning this technique. The next step is to give your creation the desired finish. You can paint it, glide it with gold, or explore infinite finishing options. I typically use chalk paint. This paint produces the same finish effect as joint compound while providing protection from humidity for our sculpture. I recommend opting for pastel chalk colors. Avoid overloading it with bright, saturated colors, as this can give the impression that our sculpture is made of plastic. If you are interested in more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Maybe you are wondering why I show you how to do the circles. Well, if you know how to make a perfect circle, you will be able to draw anything. So right now I will show you how to do a face just using circles. Draw a circle, divide the radius into 4 equal parts, and then create a small circle using 3 parts of the radius. This way, you will have a circle that is 25% smaller. Take 1 part of the radius, which will determine the nose thickness. Draw a circle in the center and 2 smaller ones on the sides. To create the lips, locate the midpoint between the base of the nose and the lower circle. This is where the base of the lower lip should be. To find the center of the eyes, draw a perpendicular line from the corner of the lips. Finally, add details to complete the construction of the face using circles in a very basic and easy way. Let's break it down step by step. To create your mixture, you will need 4 key components: joint compound, cellulose fiber, glue, and wire, and prevent it from drying out too quickly. Consider adding a little bit of sugar. Start by constructing a lightweight internal structure, then cover it with our specially formulated clay. Sculpt and shape the clay using spatulas and achieve smooth finishes with the help of brushes. Once you achieve your desired shapes, allow the clay to air dry. You can refine your creation with carving tools and sandpaper for those final touches, and finally customize the finish to your preference. By following those steps, you will be able to create beautiful drywall art sculptures.